Welcome to the show. I'm Lance Cotton. Man, 48. I still look great. We got some serious talking to do, America. We are 7 days away. 7 days away from going to the polls. It is so important. And I just want to put one thing out there. It's very, very important that people understand what really is going on. Me being an independent, not a Democrat, nor a Republican. But I gotta say right now, you know, if you're voting and where it definitely counts, and we got a lot of seats up for grab in the House and in the Senate, it is important that you understand what is really at stake right now. Social Security, Medicaid, and Medicare for all is one of the biggest topics that the GOP, they let the cat out the bag a while ago, and now they don't want to focus on it again because they realize that if they take the House, if they take this House, that they will definitely do all they can to repeal Social Security, Medicaid, and Medicare for all. We got Ron Johnson out of Wisconsin, Lindsey Graham out of South Carolina. You have Mitch McConnell out of Indiana. And, you know, these guys have come out publicly and said it. And now they're trying to backtrack it because we're getting so close to the election. But I need you guys to all seriously focus. I got a couple of videos, some key speakers. Obama had a great speech this past week. But I want you guys to really pay attention and understand. Listen, if you're in sales, if you're in retail, if you've been working, if you're in my age bracket, in your 40s, you've contributed to this fund that's not an entitlement. You've paid into it. And by you paying into it means you need to be paid back it. It needs to be paid back to you. So there's no reason why you would allow big government, whether you're an independent, if you're a Democrat or a Republican, you would allow your Republican senator to go into Congress or in the House and vote to take away your money. It's kind of like you go to the store, you go buy a soda. You go to the supermarket, you're buying, you know, a pack of soda, a 6-pack of soda. It's on sale for, let's say, $2. But by the time you're all said and done at the register, it's $2.30. That's 5 cents, right? So it costs you 5 cents for that can. But then they tell you you can turn in those cans to get your 5 cents back. That 5 cents adds up. If you think about every can of soda you've ever had in your life, you go back to that same store to go turn in those cans, right? You've been saving these cans. You got a bag full of cans. You know that there's about $20 worth of soda that you want to, you know, the cans, the recyclables that you want to bring back. But they tell you, no, we don't want to take those back. But that's your $20 that you need right now. It's in your bag that you want to go turn back in and they don't want to give it back to you. How do you feel? Some of us, like myself, being in sales my entire life, I've maxed out my Social Security every year since I started working at the age of 17. And I started working before then. Before I was in sales, I worked at McDonald's, I worked in Burger King, I worked in a supermarket, I worked for Domino's Pizza. Never had an opportunity to max them out there, but when I got to sales, once I started making the money over, you know, 6 figures, I maxed it out. So I have a lot of benefits and money that has accrued in these 30 years. Some of you who are working right now, if you allow this to continue to happen, we'll never see Social Security. So put your pride aside. Put everything that you've been told, everything that you've heard, because it's not the truth. Because I'm going to show you some stuff that is the truth. And what I want you guys to really do is really try to form a decision so hardly on your own from watching these clips. It's not BS. It's really what's happening. This is what's going down in DC. Your opportunity to make a change, it starts in 7 days. The next 7 days, you need to get out there with your voter card and you need to go vote. You need to vote. Vote like you never voted before. Vote blue. I'm telling you, because you got your parents whose Social Security is at risk. Your grandparents, those that still have them alive, God willing. Their Social Security is at risk. They worked hard for that money. If they were to repeal that, everything that they put into it, they're not going to get. Don't let no one say, no, it's, you know, that this is BS. This is real. Mitch McConnell is absolutely a disgusting individual. We've watched what happened when they put Amy Coney Barrett in the courthouse. They went against all moral and ethics to rush a Supreme Court justice in there. And the reason why they did it, so this way they can have enough people on their side. When they go to repeal certain things like this and certain benefits, it's not an entitlement, guys. Understand this. An entitlement is something that is giving to you that you feel that you deserve if they decide to take it away. And you had no contribution. This is what is rightfully yours. This is your money. It doesn't belong to them. It doesn't belong to the government. And the Republicans, reason why they want to repeal it so bad was because under Donald J. Trump, number 45, the president of the United States at that time, these Republicans have barred against this trust fund so deeply, barred against our money, and wasted it on who knows what, building a wall. Wasted it. And now they want to abolish it because then they wouldn't have to pay it back. This is the real deal that's happening. I know the video's long, but I guarantee you the next 7 minutes that you watch will be the deciding factor of how you will go to the polls and vote. If you never voted, I can tell you, if you care about your parents and your grandparents, your kids that you have that will become working, those that are working already, you will need to make that vote to make a change. I'm passionate because I believe in the people. It is power of the people. And when the people stand together, we beat big government. That's what it's about. Big government can help, but the people is what gets it going. So more power to the people. Get out there and vote. I hope you guys love this video. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. Peace.
Some of you here are on Social Security. Some of your parents are on Social Security. Some of your grandparents are on Social Security. You know why they have Social Security? Because they worked for it. They worked hard jobs for it. They have chapped hands for it. They have chapped hands for it. They had long hours and sore backs and bad knees to get that Social Security. And if Ron Johnson does not understand that, if he understands giving tax breaks for private planes more than he understands making sure that seniors who've worked all their lives are able to retire with dignity and respect, he's not the person who's thinking about you and knows you and sees you, and he should not be your senator from Wisconsin. I mean, the message he's sending is pretty clear. If you're related to him, if you donate to his campaign, you get a deal. If you're not, you're out of luck and you're on your own. It's low. What do you want to do? Cut taxes. When unemployment's high, what do you want? Let's cut taxes on the wealthy. That's going to solve that. I was joking down in Georgia. If there was an asteroid headed towards Earth, it's going to land in like 2 weeks. If you went in the Republican caucus and you said, what do you want to do? Well, we need a tax break for the wealthy. That's going to help. I'm only barely exaggerating. That's their only economic policy. The only one. And it's been their only one for the last 20 years. I mean, it'd be nice, yeah, if every problem you had, you just had one answer. You know, those of you who are young, you're still in school, you know, you go to the math exam. It's like every answer is just number 8. Just write 8. You'd get an A. But that's not how the world works.
Entitlements are going to consume the budget. Right now, we're at 2050, we're going to have 185% of debt to GDP. Medicare and Social Security and other entitlement programs are worth saving are going to consume the debt. We're down to a small fraction of the federal pie to run the discretionary part of government. So entitlement reform is a must for us to not become Greece. So
Lindsey Graham, that's your guy. For those of you that voted for him, this guy is the biggest POS and the biggest flip-flopper that doesn't care about his constituents or the people. He is for the rich. He's trying to use Social Security as a tool to reduce the federal debt. They're not entitled to it. It's not theirs. It doesn't belong to them. Watch this next video.
What's going on with the debt?
It's very disturbing, and it's driven by the 3 big entitlement programs that are very popular: Medicare, Social Security, and Medicaid.
Social Security has nothing to do with the deficit. Social Security is totally funded by the payroll tax levied on employer and employee.
That's 70% of what we spend every year. The subject we were just discussing, the funding of the government, is about 30% of what we spend.
If you reduce the outgo of Social Security, that money would not go into the general fund to reduce a deficit. It would go into the Social Security Trust Fund. So Social Security has nothing to do with balancing a budget or erasing or lowering the deficit.
Guys, did you pay attention? This is what they do. See, Ronald Reagan talked about this during his administration. When they brought up how they wanted to cut Social Security back then. They've been trying to get rid of Social Security since the 80s. It's been aboard since the 60s. I mean, since the 30s. And they've been trying so hard to get rid of it. And raising the age. So this way they can hide their theft. Because that's what happens. They steal government money and use it in programs that benefit the rich. But see, they didn't realize that Ronald Reagan made these talking points. And now when I put it side by side with Mitch McConnell, you can actually see how much of a liar he is and what they do. This is what the GOP does. They try to put stuff over, and they do it on their constituents all the time because their constituents don't know. So they believe if they say it, it's gospel. You tell a lie enough, it becomes the truth. And with social media today, because a lie spreads so quickly, it becomes the truth overnight. And thank God Paul Pelosi, I'm going to bring this up because I'm going to show you guys how a lie can spread so quick. Paul Pelosi was attacked at his household over the weekend. And thank God he's going to be okay. And he was attacked by an assailant with a hammer. And yet, the far right started spreading rumors that it could have been a lover's quarrel with some other person that walked into his house and attacked him. But yet, that was far from the truth. But on the internet, it ran like wildfire. It became viral. And it's only because these people on the far right and their constituents, they believed it. And then they started making memes of it. Donald Trump Jr. started posting underwear with a hammer and giving this false narrative legs to run. Guys, pay attention. You guys are not blind. You guys are smarter than this, and I know you guys care. So just pay attention to the rest of this video. And you're going to see another representative speak in front of Congress and how passionate he is about it, because he knows this is a problem. And this is something that you guys don't get to see, those that are not paying attention. I will show you guys. Watch the video.
President Biden is right. This is a sacred trust, and it's our responsibility. This can't be done by executive order or through the judicial branch. It only can be done in Congress. And in 51 years, Congress has not enhanced Social Security at all. In 1972, Richard Nixon was president, and a gallon of milk cost 72 cents. Everyone here knows this. This is a mirror test issue. Look in the mirror. You all know how many constituents you have in your district. And we are either going to vote on this issue in a comprehensive manner or kick the can down the road again. And if it's the election that's a bother, do it in the lame duck, but commit to the American people, to those seniors that are out there relying on us in the midst of a global pandemic, in the midst of inflation where everybody says, what are you going to do for inflation? You know the group we can help out. The people on fixed income, seniors in our country that need Congress's help. And neither will talk the talk or walk the walk. But it's time we bring up comprehensive reform, and it's time this committee of consequence addresses it, and we urge the leadership to take it up on the floor and vote for those we're sworn to serve and protect. I yield back.
Guys, I hope the video was informative. I hope it helps you make the right decisions. Voting is very, very important. It is a right. It is our ability to make sure that we hold government accountable. It's not to just side with a party just because you don't like the other party. You have to think about what policies your party is running on. And the Republican Party right now has no policies that they're running on. The only thing, that, as Obama stated, that they are running on is to reduce the taxes for the wealthy, which is the only thing that they have done for the past 20 years. They have done nothing for the people. Think about this. I'm speaking from an independent platform. I voted Republican in the past. I voted Democrat. But I can honestly tell you right now how important it is to vote blue down the line, because it is going to help us in the long term. The presidential seat, you guys vote for whoever you want. But at the end of the day right now, this is about protecting your rights and protecting the things that you're entitled to. I hope you guys enjoyed the informational video. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe. Thank you for watching the show. Lance Cotton, I'm out. Peace.